And welcome to Presence Practice with Poonam and Parker. And hey, Poonam.
Hey, Parker.
Hello.
Hello.
So this is part of the last video series that Poonam and I are recording at the end of a decade, 2019. And we usher in a new decade in the present moment in a few days. So we thought we would do a video called Holidays and the Practice of Suspending Time. What a golden gift it is to just not pay attention to time. So even if it's 30 minutes in the morning, if you're surrounded by people, you can go to a quiet space. And one thing that I like to start people on with meditation is the practice of suspending time, which means I reassure them that I'm watching the clock. And that's what you can do for yourself. Start your timer and you begin to suspend time. And another practice that you can do to invite the suspension of time in, which is really burning up the whole past and future, this whole continuum, this momentum, and bringing all that energy back into our bodies. So in our breathwork practice, when we breathe in and we suspend the breath, we can experience the suspension of time and moving our attention down into our bellies. It's the silent space there, becoming compassionately aware of any emotions that we might have been running from, right? That keep us wanting to move on to the next scheduled event. So I encourage you to take these holidays, and if you have days where you are alone, that there is time to not worry about time or think about time or a schedule, and experience not being aware of the commenting mind that says that it's morning, looking at the sun, it's morning, it's late morning, it's afternoon. We bring all of our attention back into our body, and we sit still in the nothingness. And it's a beautiful experience. And as a safeguard that we don't get stuck in that, I have a Ramana Maharshi quote from Consciousness Immortality. The final obstacle in meditation is ecstasy. You feel great bliss and happiness and want to stay in that ecstasy. Do not yield to it, but pass on to the next stage, which is a great calm. The calm is higher than ecstasy, and it merges with samadhi. So we melt into unity, into oneness very naturally. Wouldn't it be wonderful to just not know what day it is or what hour it is and not mind it? So I'll do, you want to do some breath, Poonam?
Sure.
Okay. So this is what we mean by sitting in the suspended moment. So we're going to do, I don't know, maybe a minute or two of breathing in deeply and then suspending the breath, putting our full attention on our belly. And exhale. Now, if you're standing, that's the only one you can do standing. Make sure that you're seated and not doing anything else other than being here with us in this present moment, exactly as it appears. Take another deep breath in and suspend the breath. Let your shoulders drop. Do another big sniff in. See if you can relax your diaphragm. Let go. And exhale. Exhale, bringing your belly up and back. So that's about a moment, 1 moment. A minute. And then we come seated again. Like feeding every cell of our bodies when we're able to breathe into each cell. It softens our perception, not just of other people and situations, but it softens the perceptions that come in just very naturally. We come centered in the nothingness of no time. And for those of us on holiday, a beautiful gift to just drop time, our period. And then as we move back into schedules again, we can come back and touch that space or know it underneath everything that we're doing. So it's a beautiful, nice, graceful balance in the horizontal and keeping the vertical present at the same time. You want to add something, Poonam?
I had a quick thing to add. Yesterday, it was raining here in Dallas. So it was like droplets of rain. And the book, The Nature of Personal Reality, says rain, like the sounds of nature, are natural healing mechanisms. So I just sat outside and on the patio, and it was slightly warmer. So I put on a jacket and sat on the patio, just listening to the rain. Just sit. And like you say, right? Even if it was 10 minutes, I did like a couple of times of that. Even if it was for 10 minutes, it felt wonderful. Like just listen to the rain, like the droplets and the leaves moving in the breeze. Listen to them. And then the rain, the soft rain. Some of it was on the metal, some of it was on the concrete floor, right? The sound of it dropping. It's beautiful. So, and if the holidays mean that you're with family, then you can say, oh, I'm going to take my dog for a walk. And when you're on the walk, sit somewhere for 5 minutes, suspended, with the time suspended. Experience what Eckhart says, it's called the holy instance. Where their vertical meets the horizontal, right? That's the holy, Marianne Williamson and Eckhart talked about it, that point where they meet is the holy instance, the present moment.
Thank you, Poonam.
Thank you, Parker.